Field at Mile High in Denver. It's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Randall Cobb on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Number 28, Joe Mixon, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Keenan Allen.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Mixon again, the ball.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Raiders 1-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Mahomes firing complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On second down, Mostert. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Broncos 7.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially open the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what?
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7. Raiders 3.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught left side by Cooks. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On on second down and 4. Winston. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Intercepted by the Raiders.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 18 more yards there and another first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Mostert. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to
Robbie Anderson.
Touchdown.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by Waller out left side. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. The pass complete, it's Bird. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Damiere Byrd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Cobb. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
1st and 10 at their own.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. He finds his running back, Mixon, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First down.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
13 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And maybe...
Challenge play. Call resume.
Caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On 1st down, Mixon, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Mario Davis there on the stop.
By Demario Davis. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40.
Again, it's Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
You know, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Randall Cobb with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Once again, it's Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
A draw play from Mixon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A first down throw for Winston. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up
so 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to the field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself,
but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And makes the score.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So the Broncos coming out now. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. And the Raiders have got him. Julian Okwara in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Winston's pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd and long for Winston. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And that's caught inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not.
Entering screen. Resume. Entering
What a
screen.
huge
Resume.
pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll throw again. Winston. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Winston's pass.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Again, it's Winston.
3rd down and
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll run with Mixon. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raiders offense ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Smith, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here comes Cobb. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4th down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down.
4-yard line.
Jameis now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The handoff to Joe Mixon.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Jameis Winston.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Las Vegas.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal.